my name is Jessica. I read romance. I write romance, especially fantasy and sci-fi romance.
Hi, I'm Emma, and I do lots of the same and add lots of books to my TBR as well.
Yes, definitely. And on that point, and my fabulous, awesome hat, we are here today to give you a little bit of a sneak peek into our Christmas TBR list. But it's not just any TBR list. No. It is a fantasy / paranormal romance list with a little bit of sci-fi thrown in there.
That's it. I just thought it's coming up to Christmas and I get in the mood for festive reads, but I just loving the fantasy and sci-fi romance at the moment. So I was like, what is out there? There's bound to be, and I found some. And yeah, we're just gonna share them, what ones I've got on my Kindle waiting, and there's a few that are coming out. So my first one is not gonna probably be a surprise, and I think it might double up on your list. And it's Walking in a Witchy Wonderland with Juliette Cross. Have you got that one?
I don't. I know. No, I don't. It's not on this. No, because it is on my pre-order already. But no, I thought I would leave that one because we have beaten Juliette Cross with a bit of a stick.
Oh, I know. But
so I've kind of.
It's where I started.
It needs to be in there.
I can't wait until next year for more of the Stay a Spell world. So yeah, just for anybody who might not have listened to the season 1 of the podcast, we ended, our last episode was on Wolf Gone Wild, which is the first in the Stay a Spell series, and this Walking in a Witchy Wonderland, is that it? Yeah, that's it. That's a lot of words to get through. Yeah, it's like 5 or 6 stories, some of them with characters that have already had a book, some that are coming, or that are side characters that we've kind of seen things going on with.
We're waiting to see.
Yeah,
we are waiting. Not like I sent you the list for the 4th book for next June or anything.
No, exactly.
No, we're not waiting with bated breath. But no, that is on my list, but not on this list. I have many lists. Well, this is it. So much so, as I've said, I've kind of given mine little subheadings because I'm like, oh, that's one of those.
I think that's the way to go, because I'm making a separate list, which is like books for podcast, so that I don't feel, I'm like, those are workbooks. I don't have to feel bad about those piling up.
Yeah, this isn't this list. That's that list.
Exactly. That is where I'm going in 2022. Is I'm restarting on my TBR list so that they are just a few of different ones. So it's a smaller number everywhere.
So you just mumble the 201.
Yeah.
Just like that. That's fine. I totally get it. So mine is, I've called this Must Read, and it is my pre-order for this year. And I've got a very long one as well, which I don't know why I did that. So it is called There Arose Such a Clatter, Tales from the Naughty List, which is CM Nascosta, who is the legend behind the Morning Glory milking farm. So yeah, that is top of my list. I saw the cover with the Krampus on the front and I'm like, that's just got my name all over it, really.
Is this separate to it, or is it linked
to the Minotaurs? I think it's kind of separate. It doesn't give many details. It's just anthology of hot tales.
Oh, so there's more than one. Lovely.
Well, as we said, there's kind of a lot of these are little anthologies, because there's not much Christmas going on with demons and warlocks and vampires and stuff, but they've got to celebrate them.
I think it's hard to get mileage out of like you say, fantasy creatures for an entire novel without it being a bit feeling a bit too much.
Just claws ripping open presents.
You never know.
It would be an interesting thing to read, but that's why we keep them short and sweet.
I might try that then, and then because I haven't done the Morning Glory milking farm yet. Still? Not yet. No.
It's very good.
Been doing a lot of other monster ones, which we will come to later.
Yes, we'll speak about that later.
Okay, so the next one I've got is like, because we were talking about falling down holes on Kindle.
Totally different reasons though, but not digress.
So yeah, when I started to have a look for them, I found this the title is just amazing. And it's The Dragon's Christmas Baby. It just made me think of a Mills and Boon, but with a dragon.
Literal blaze.
Literally, like, and I love Mills and Boon.
Oh.
So I don't tend to read baby ones at all. I'm not much into the baby surprise baby.
No. They're never a surprise. I've had 3.
Yeah. But like for Christmas, I guess if you get, I mean, no baby was more of a surprise than Jesus to Joseph, really, was it? So it's like, surprise babies, here we go for Christmas.
Yeah. If it's not in a manger or some sort of weird other demonic trough, then we're not reading it. Who's this one by?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Put that bit in.
Yeah, Emmy Clark.
Ooh. You need to send me this actual list. We can put it in the show notes, yeah.
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll just put that one down. And that's available on KU, that one.
Oh, I have a KU one as well.
Yeah. And there's also a library that's linked to it. So it's like what I can gather from the blurb, like you said, they're quite brief, really, aren't they? They're like, here's a Christmas story. Do you want it or not? Yeah, she's like had a crush on this like rich boy type of thing, and she's also kind of obsessed with dragons, and I think luckily the two things are going to come together. And there's like a secret library as well that I think they get locked into, something along those lines. So I'm quite looking forward to that. It sounds like a lot of fun.
What we all want for Christmas. No, weirdly, you saying that kind of links to my next book, which is my must find, because I've seen it, but I don't know where it is, and I've got another one later, but I'll do that.
Okay.
So my next one is kind of linked because I loved the title when I saw it, and I don't know where to find it, so I'm going to have to start scouring for it. But it's called The Morge, the Merrier. Which
oh, this is brilliant because there's a pun. I've got one that's a pun that I'm going to do next. Yeah.
It's just like we're connected.
I know, it just works. People think we're going to have like rehearsed this, and we really don't rehearse.
We'll put the bit that we tried to do first to show how well rehearsed we are.
Yeah.
But yeah, so again, this is kind of an anthology. This is Karen Kelley, Rosemary Laurey, and Dianne Castell. It's a morgue turned hotel, ghosts, star-crossed lovers. Boom. What more could you need? But I can't find it on like Kindle or anything. So I'm going to have to start mooching to see if I can find a paperback or something. If anybody knows this book, please tell me where to find it. Because
it's so frustrating, isn't it? It's like sometimes when I listen to Fated Mates and they talk about a book from like ages ago, like classic books,
nowhere.
I can't find it. I mean, maybe they can find them a little easier in the US, like in bookstores or the independent ones. But over here it's like, oh, you can buy it from eBay for £500 or something.
I'll give £500 to the author. So that's my number 2.
Lovely. So my one is also a pun title, which stupidly I didn't actually realise till afterwards. I wrote it down. I was like, that sounds nice. It's the Yule Prince. So it's like the Cruel Prince.
Oh, okay. Yes, no, I didn't get that.
It wasn't a pun for Christmas, which is why I think I didn't get it, because I was like, Christmas. But then I read the blurb. This is by Lauren Palphreyman. I think that's how you say it. And this is just a novella, but there's like a winter prince and a mortal girl who are like, it's an enemies to lovers thing.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be very much inspired by the Cruel Prince. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. I've not had a lot of luck with new adult stuff that I've been reading recently, but it's a novella, it's short, and I'll give it a go.
All you need is that one to spring forth.
That's it. It's just sometimes you end up having a stream of bad luck, don't you? And then you're like, oh, and then you'll have a run of amazing ones. So
that's what we're hoping for. Well, we've got 12 at least to go on here.
Oh, okay. And it's arranged marriage as well. I must mention that as a trope, because that's what it was like. Oh, okay, I'll get that then, because it was like 99p. I was like, okay, I'll have that. Thank you.
That adds to the other list of cheap books.
Mhm.
Okay, so mine is, as you know, as anybody who might have seen our Twitter, this is my must read the rest of the series first until I get to book 5 of this series. And it's called All I Want for Christmas is a Vampire by Kerrelyn Sparks. So yeah, it's the 5th book in the Lover at Stake series. So I found it and I'm like, she's got a list in the blurb and she's like, okay, spring friend from mental hospital, check. And I'm like, yeah, I don't need the rest of your list. That's just done it for me. Yeah. Live somewhere without occupied coffins in the basement, check. Find Mr. Right, who is alive.
Brilliant.
So yeah. Sometimes this is why your blurb has to be perfect, because if you put something like that in, you have got me.
That's it. You know, it's just some things they just automatically sell it.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm having that. But you have to read 4 books first before you can read that.
You say that like it's a problem.
But will it be this Christmas you get to that book or next Christmas?
It depends whether or not my kids are nice to me or not, I suppose.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Actually, they don't finish till the 24th, so maybe I'll have the 23rd, so maybe I'll have a few days just before.
If you're all organised, it's not going to be the case for me. I got 2 weeks and I'm just like this, hoping that they're not going to be at home isolating, because it's like this game of Russian roulette with COVID.
Sending the kids in.
Yeah.
See, we are in the position where we've all felt really shocking because we've had it, but we've had it, so we're pretty much covered now.
Exactly. This is
all
it.
5 of us.
As long as it's not been too bad, then that's like kind of the best thing, because we're at like that time frame now that we're probably going to pick it up and it will land Christmas Eve or something. You know?
Can you go out and get your shopping? No.
Yeah.
Fish fingers for Christmas dinner, kids.
Yeah. Sorry.
Mine would probably love
I was going to say mine would be well happy with that.
Tomato sauce on the bottom, mayonnaise on the top, chopped on.
Snowy Christmas colours. Brilliant.
Yeah, that would be it. Quids in. Save all the money.
Am I up next?
Yeah, you're next.
Right. What one should I do? Okay, I haven't got a lovely link now, so that shows that we're in. But the next one I've got is In a Holidaze by Christina Lauren.
Ooh.
Yeah, I thought, well, actually, that is fantasy, because it's like a Groundhog Day type thing. That's the idea. And I read their the Soulmate Equation earlier in the year, which I did enjoy. That was like their first book I'd read of theirs. And it's quite a nice meeting. I thought, well, that's a nice meeting of the rom-com stuff that I love and the fantasy stuff that I love. So we'll see. It's either that or it's going to be keep repeating the same events, and I'm going to be like, I don't want to keep doing this.
I just watched Bill Murray hitting that dude. What's his name?
Phil. There's another one like it. Palm Springs. Have you seen that one?
No.
Okay, it's on Prime, and that's like,
Is it the younger kids? There's a young lad and a girl, not younger.
I think it's the guy from Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Is it? Oh no! Yes, I have. Yes, no, I have. Yes, it's It's not Jake Peralta. What's his name?
I don't know.
That'll come to me later. In a blinding flash, I will just yell his name out in a minute.
Did you? So you have watched it?
I have. Yes. There's another one that I've seen with young kids. About young kids, probably like 20.
Well, this is it. Yeah.
This is it now. That I keep seeing adverts for, because I think the kids are watching random stuff on telly, so I see their rubbish now. But yeah. Oh God, that's gonna annoy me. But yes, I see what you mean. But this is it. So I don't do rom-coms really. So it's quite nice to be able to read the author and still enjoy it. I don't not hate them, but yeah, it's just not my cup of tea.
It's just you start reading and you think, when is the creature gonna appear? When is the vampire gonna swoop in? Yeah.
I'm expecting a cake shop at some point in the first 100 pages, which that's very stereotypical and offensive. I'm sorry, but that's kind of how. Yeah,
you have offended me, Jessica. There's no cake shops.
Yeah, no.
In my rom-coms, thank you. Chocolate shop though.
Half a dozen of one, but no, that's just not my cup of tea. But I prefer coffee. So it's nice to kind of be able to pull out of those authors and get those bits as well.
Yeah,
That'd be good. So mine is one that was on KU that I kind of got and is now sapped. So it's called The Midwinter Mail Order Bride, which is a sorceress and a warlord barbarian. Because why would you not?
Okay.
So yeah, she needs him because she wants to get a kingdom. So she needs him and he doesn't want her. So they need to discuss.
Well, that's up my street. That's arranged marriage of convenience thing.
Meets in the middle.
For me. I don't know why I like that so much. I don't know. I think it just leaves like the opportunity for you to have kind of like enemies to lovers, but not quite. It doesn't always have to be, but it's just like because you have two characters who are poles apart and have to come together, and I like that. And you're kind of guaranteed they'll spend a lot of time together as well. You know, they're not going to be wandering off in many other places. It's like, you're married, this is the point, you're together, so we got to figure this out.
See, to me, I quite like it because I just can't be bothered with that. If I didn't have to organise my wedding and somebody did it all for me, I'd be pretty much happy to go in and do that.
Including the person, though. I mean, that's
maybe not the person so much. Once I find the person, then somebody else can arrange it.
Yeah.
I want to digress. For my wedding, we went to the venue and my husband now and his best man asked for the schematics of the building.
Okay. Well,
I don't know why. I don't know.
Still don't know why.
They were given, so they have like booklets of stuff, and this is the things we can put on the chairs, the bows. This is this. These are the napkins. These are the starters we can do. Do you have the schematics for the building? I can find them, sir. Just like, no, he's just being a dickhead. Please just ignore him. You know, when you kick someone under the table, it was a
I was just seeing what he could get away with.
Oh God.
And she just said yes.
Yeah, she did, bless her. Don't fall for it, love. Never get married.
I would be so suspicious. I'd be like, why are you planning to like plant a bomb somewhere? Is this all just a cover?
Die Hard.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, what? It was just maybe that's just writer brain. Maybe people don't think like that.
Yeah. Is your name Hans Gruber?
Yeah.
No, he's just a donk. Sorry. Digression over. Your book next.
Okay, so my last one in the sixth we were comparing is Descending into Madness, which doesn't sound very Christmassy. It's by Stacey Marie Brown, and I heard about it on TikTok, which but I've been hearing a lot. She's written the Savage Land series, which I haven't read, but a lot of people have loved it.
Ooh. And
one of the people that we follow on the account, so if you see it, it's on the SFFRomCast account, just getting a plug in there. And it's like Alice in Wonderland, but Wonderland is Winterland. And she said like the I can't remember her name, I'll put it in the show notes. She just said she didn't know what to think of it. It was so crazy, which is what appealed to me. It was like they're all instead of following a white rabbit, it's like a sort of reindeer man or something, and because she's working at like a Christmas grotto type place. And so she spots him in the crowd and follows him and then goes into the Winterland, and it's just full, instead of all of the normal characters you're used to, they're all like Christmassy.
Yeah, I've got like a Narnia vibe going on.
Yeah, like goat, Narnia meets Alice in Wonderland, and I just thought, I'll give that a go. Why not?
That sounds awesome. Some people are very clever. My brain wouldn't even go there, but now they have. It's like,
I wouldn't have thought of it now.
Oh no, they are awesome. I like that a lot.
I have a writer friend who's done a Christmas story that's just really cool. It's like you would love it. I can't really say. I'll tell you about it afterwards. Sorry, that's a massive tease to everybody. But you will love the idea she's had for like a reinvention of A Christmas Carol, but she just doesn't know whether she'll ever be able to publish it because it's
self-pub.
Yeah, well, even that, which is intriguing.
No.
So I'll speak to you about that afterwards.
Oh, you so are. Okay, so mine I have. Okay, so this is out of my subgenre. This is steampunk that I found, which again, yeah, the blurby side, I was like, this sounds really awesome. So it's called Far Too Human by Anitra Lynn McLeod. And it's an one, and it's a fantasy. And there's an inventor, and there's like a mechanical manservant. And I think the ins and outs from what I see of the blurb, there was somebody in the inventor's past who is somehow linked to the manservant that's been created.
Ooh, so that's intriguing.
Yeah, so I kind of think there's...
What's the Christmassy vibe to it then?
I'm trying to think. It must have been around Christmas time because it was all trees and everything on it. So
okay, maybe that's the maybe it's a Christmas gift.
Maybe it's a Christmas gift to himself, because I think he buys the manservant, so he's lonely and a bit down and depressed, and I think he must buy it for Christmas. I just found it and I was like, oh, that sounds so awesome. You don't even need festive in that one.
The ones you buy for yourself.
Gift from me to me.
Yeah, I deserve this. Wrap it up, put it under the tree.
I like those gifts. But yeah, so that I will double check that it is what if it's not festive. I'm still reading it. That's on the 2022 TBR.
Okay.
There you go. So I've even taken on your list idea now.
Yeah, to be fair, I read festive books all year round. Really, sometimes for inspiration to help me if I'm writing something Christmassy, and sometimes just because sometimes that's what I want to read about mince pies, and, presents and stuff.
I normally try and get my first mince pie in September now. That's the earliest I've ever had one, so I might try August this year.
That is quite early. Yeah. I think I managed to hold out until October, definitely, and we've only had like one batch, I think, so far. Yeah, I'm lagging behind.
You really are.
Making up for it in other ways, clearly.
Yeah, normally cocktails in my house. That's another story. But yeah, so I do have one more. Do you have any more?
I do. So these ones I've got I've got two that haven't been released yet, and they're not being released until right on top of Christmas, which I hope I remember to get them. I can't remember if I pre-ordered or not. Do you do this? I was like, did I click to pre-order or not?
I have to go back in. It's like on my KU account, I'm like, that book sounds really good, and this is nothing against the author, but I get to it and it's already 100%. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll give that back then.
Or you get to it and you're like, oh, I'll get that. That sounds really cool. You bought this 18 months ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably should read that then.
Probably. I obviously like the idea. That's why I bought it, but I still haven't got to it yet for some unknown reason.
Yeah, there's so many others in front going, pick me.
Yeah. So it's another anthology, Fire of the Frost. And it's an anthology with, I don't know how to pronounce this first name. I'm saying Jeff Kennedy. Do you know if that's different? Any different? No. Grace Draven, Dorinda Jones, and Amanda Boucher. I think that's how you say
I know
it.
That name too.
So there's a lot of names there that I hear a lot. I've only read something by Grace Draven before, which was Radiant.
I think I have that too.
It's very, very good. Yeah, I enjoyed that a lot. So there's 4 on here, and some of them are linked to series that they've already had, and some of them are standalone. I think Dorinda Jones is a standalone. Amanda Boucher's, I think, is linked to her series. I think that's. I'm not sure because I haven't read too many of them.
But it's not out yet.
So if you're fans of, it's not out until the 22nd of December.
Oh, but how many people who read and or write are just going to be waiting to scratch off that Amazon code on the 25th?
Oh, do you get Amazon vouchers and stuff?
I
ask for book vouchers.
Do you not get them?
Not much. No. I mean, to be fair, I've stopped asking as much when I realised how big my TBR pile had got.
They're probably trying to help you. They probably think you've got a problem.
Yeah, they do. It's that problem of, well, we don't know what books to buy her now because she's got all these books and she reads all these ones on her Kindle. But yeah, I think I'd probably just stop asking. Anyway.
I was gonna say, do they buy you like walking boots and coats and scarves so you actually leave the house and stuff? It's an intervention.
Yeah.
Silent one.
Yeah, let's just prompt, like, get out a bit, love.
Yeah.
Go see people. Nah, it's been a pandemic. Got a good reason not to.
Touch grass.
Yeah.
But why? How does it touch? How does it feel? Use all your senses. Show, don't tell. My last one is because it was my year of the dragon. It still probably is my year of the dragon. It's not over yet. This is Dragon of Glass by Zoe Chant. So Zoe Chant is one that I always go back to for just lovely little snippet paranormal books, a bit of a Ruby Dixon kind of thing.
Yeah.
And this one is about a fey dragon knight. 3 words that should be together quite often in my head. And yeah, I think it's kind of similar to the one that you mentioned, where I think he's kind of like a tree ornament or something that comes to life because of this girl who gets it, and then he has to kind of, so yeah, it is Christmassy. So yeah, she gets this ornament for her tree, and this dragon comes to life and has to kind of navigate the real world.
Yeah, so kind of like that Netflix one, like A Night for Christmas, but instead of the night, it's the dragon.
It's a dragon for Christmas.
Yeah, dragon for Christmas.
I would definitely buy a dragon tree ornament with a Santa hat on.
Yeah.
I have a crocodile one.
Oh, cool. Yeah,
which will work perfectly with other things.
Yeah, yeah. And speaking of those other things, my final one segues into that too quite nicely. So it's Be Terrible by Molly Likovich. I think that's how you say it, or Likovich, probably.
Could be.
Might be that.
Apologies to any incorrect pronunciations.
Yeah, we try our best.
Feel free to correct us.
Yes. It's out on the 21st of December, so slightly sooner than that one.
Yes.
And this one is a Krampus one. Like yours. I think we kind of bookended with Krampus, haven't we? Which makes sense totally for Christmas.
That's how our podcast works.
Yeah, so she's it's basically, you know, a monster lover one. I think she's gonna get abducted by the Krampus.
Not that we kind of say that that's okay in real life, but in book form, it's fine.
Yes, in book form, yeah. And yeah, it's naughty and nice style stuff. Which, yeah, so as it's like a monster novella, that kind of links into us telling people about the next short and sweet special episode we'll be doing just after Christmas. We're planning to release it between Christmas and New Year, hopefully.
Yes.
That weird no man's land of time.
That you need something. You don't need any more food, and you don't want to go to the gym yet, but you need.
I never want to go to the gym. What do you mean yet?
But it's January, isn't it? January the 1st, everybody wants to go to the gym until like the 2nd, and then they don't want to go ever again.
Yeah.
So yes, we have a little something we've put together that we're going to be releasing, because there was just a mass jump of monster books that came out, little novellas and stuff, and there were so many that we thought we would pick a few out, because there were so many we would love to be able to fit them all in, but there were not enough hours in the day at present to do so. But yeah, we've got a few that we've picked out, and we're going to put a little something together for them, and we hope you like that too.
Yeah, so I guess it makes sense we could give our details here like we normally do. So you can find us on wherever you're listening or watching us now, YouTube or on Anchor or Google Podcasts, Apple, Spotify. So I think that's all of them.
Yes.
As FFS.
DFS.
What is it?
DFS at SFFRomCast.
Yeah.
Anybody need a sofa? Black Friday is gone. At SFFRomCast.
That's the one. And it's the same for Twitter and TikTok and Instagram. That's the other one. So yeah, if you follow us on there, then hopefully you'll find out if it's definitely happening. if I can speak again.
Yeah, if we find it. Yeah, we're old, we forget things. That's why all of the tags are the same, like passwords.
Yeah, but we'll be looking forward to that one, and we hope you join us.
Yes. So Merry Christmas from me. Have a happy New Year too. Happy holidays, depending on what you're celebrating. I hope you have a lovely time with your families.
Exactly. Happy holidays and enjoy all your fantasy and sci-fi romances. If they're festive themed, let us know about it.
Send all of them. They're on the next TBR, the next Christmases podcast.
New one. Yeah. All right. Bye.
Job done. Merry Christmas. Bye.